I'll be honest with you gamers, I'm actually not in a super good mindset right now to record a video. Being completely transparent, it's been a fucking rough night. That being said, Squid Redemption Arc promised a video every other day, and I'm gonna fucking do it because I can't fail at anything else in my life. I gotta do this. So, since it's been a really rough night and it's been shitty, I figured I'd talk about something that I really enjoy and that always makes me happy, and that is the Kengan series. Now, I'm going to just come right out of the gate swinging here. I get that I make these big grand statements all the time, so it probably doesn't have any meaning anymore. Probably nothing I say does. That being said, I'm a big fan of fighting series, right? I love fighting. I love violence in real life and also in series. I love things like Baki, and we'll get more to that later. But the statement I want to make right off the bat is that Kengan is hands down, Kengan Ashura, Kengan Omega is hands down the current top dog of any fighting series by a long shot. Now, that top dog spot, that, cream of the crop, was probably, the previous spot was probably taken by Baki. At least I think so. There are ones like Hajime no Ippo where it's more of a sports anime than a fighting anime, so I think really Baki was the top dog. However, Baki, at this point, or for a while now, for a long time, has clearly been. It's being written by a man with failing faculties. I mean, Mike, I don't know what is going on with the author of Baki. I know his daughter made Beastars, and that's pretty cool. Never watched it. Probably never will. A lot of people wanted me to, but it freaked me out. That being said, the guy who wrote Baki, fucking crazy lord. Kengan Ashura, Kengan Omega's writer, big brain, gigantic brain, that you can trust me on. And bringing up Baki, I know, believe me, I know, I sound like a broken record, I sound like an absolute bitch ass, but I don't really like to compare anime. I like to look at anime on its own. I like to critique it on its own merits, and I like to lambast it on its own merits, whatever. That being said, I think it would be foolish to talk about Kengan Ashura without bringing up Baki and its similarities. And I would go as far as to say is I think it's inspired by Baki. I think there is some definite inspiration taken from Baki. That being said, what Kengan Ashura did was take inspiration from Baki and then just immediately surpass everything Baki has ever done. Now, don't get me wrong. Even my insane person comments earlier about the author of Baki and what I'm saying now about Baki, I'm still a fan. I don't want anyone to think that I'm degrading Baki or saying that it's bad. I just wholeheartedly believe that Kengan Ashura is better in every single way. That being said, Kengan Ashura is the best of the best, so if you're not as good as the best of the best, you can still be pretty good. Now, fighting. Fighting is obviously what we're talking about here, mainly. The focus of the story is primarily fighting. That being said, one thing I love about Kengan Ashura the Kengan series. I have a bad habit of saying Kengan Ashura. But one thing I like is that there is enough story element to keep you intrigued while you watch some dude absolutely pound on some other dude. And that's pretty sick. You could probably read Kengan Ashura, Kengan Omega, or watch the anime and completely miss out on anything but the fighting. And that's okay. Honestly, I think it's okay to miss some of those story beats because the focus is fighting, and the fighting is godlike. However, to add on to that, you have this whole nuclear fallout thing going on, the worm, human cloning experiments, you have things going on, but if you don't want to read into them, if you just want to watch it and enjoy it with no brain going on, it works perfectly for that. What I'm trying to say is, in my opinion, Kengan never overwhelms you. It never gives you too much at once so that you can't process it. You never have to rewatch to understand something. It's, in my opinion, at least, in my humble, stupid opinion, I think that if you have to rewatch something to understand it, it's bad. I think that a sign of a really good series is that you want to reread it and you want to rewatch it based on it being so good. And I absolutely think that's where Kengan falls. Now, obviously, you know me. I'm a big fan of my eyes and what they see. And so it would be stupid of me. I'm really degrading myself a lot in this video. It would be unwise to talk about this and not talk about the art, right? The visual style. And what I will say is, when the Kengan Ashura manga first started, it definitely was not top tier, right? It was a little sus. If I'm being honest, it was a little sus. But now, in current series, Kengan Omega, it's absolutely god tier. A+, best of the best now. I can genuinely only probably think of one fighting anime that's even close in terms of art quality, and that's Record of Ragnarok. And personally, I still think Record of Ragnarok falls a little bit below Kengan Ashura. Sorry, I did it again. I said Kengan Ashura, I meant to say Kengan. And as for the anime, I get it. It's CG. Some people just do not vibe with CG. I made a whole video about that. But I think it's currently top dog in terms of CG anime. That's my opinion. But I understand if people wouldn't like the anime. However, if you like fighting, you're not a big manga reader, I would implore you to go watch Kengan Ashura. It's so good. It's so much fun. I've never rewatched an anime probably... Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever rewatched something as much as I've rewatched Kengan Ashura. Even for favorite series of mine like Gangsta and Hunter x Hunter, I still haven't rewatched them as many times as Kengan because, quite frankly, it's just a lot of fucking fun. So if nothing else, just go watch Kengan Ashura. If you have Netflix, go fucking watch Kengan Ashura right now. This video sucks anyways, so just stop watching it. Go watch Kengan Ashura. And what I think makes Kengan so amazing, the simple beauty that the title talks about, is that it manages to ride the line perfectly. No flaws. And if you just want sicko mode fights, right? And you don't want something you need to read into past to that, it's nailed it. You can absolutely have that. That being said, if you want deeper story that you can really think about, it manages to implement that in a way that doesn't distract you from our main focus, which is obviously violence. But if you want to sit there and ponder in your head, like, what's the worm all about? What is this, like, crazy dead zone that Oma came from? You can. But if you just want to watch Oma beat some dude's ass, you can do that too. And obviously, we got to end the video talking about characters, and I think... You know what? No, I don't think. I know. Kengan has some of the best characters. I fucking love the characters in the Kengan series. I love every one of the Fangs we've seen. Julius is such a cutie. I mean, probably the cutest boy we've ever seen in anything. Oma is a great main character. He's got a lot going on. He's got some traumas that he works past. He's got some hardships that he overcomes. I love it. We got Ryan, who's over here being like the fucking tsundere. We've got Adam Dudley, who's the American like gangster murderer who turns into a caretaker for his new friend. Amazing. Absolutely love all the characters. I'm circling back to what I started the video by saying, which is that Kengan is, in my opinion, the current top dog in fighting anime and manga. And I think it'll be a long time, if ever, before something surpasses it. At the current rate that Kengan Omega is going, I can see it going down genuinely as one of the all-time greats of just any series. I hope more than anything that Netflix keeps making this, or if Netflix stops, that someone else picks it up, because the world needs Kengan animated. That's, honestly, I get that, like, where I live, the West Coast is currently burning. There's like a virus. I get that. That's, you know, that sucks. But what the world really needs more than anything is more animated Kengan, Ashura, and Omega. Anyways, that's it for this video. I'm sorry if it turned out horrible. Although, if you've seen one of my videos before, I'm sure you expected that. Brain not work no good tonight. I'm kind of fried. It's been a rough one, but the show must go on. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, that's great. I'm not gonna ask you to leave a like because that's cringe, but I will be back day after tomorrow with another video, so maybe watch that one. Maybe it'll be better. It'll probably be better. I'm almost positive it'll be better.